for the pharmaceutical industry. They're very quick to prescribe drugs which they shouldn't have such faith in. And I can prove it to you by talking about one profession, pediatrics. When I was young, the pediatrics profession was the least rewarding financially because there were very few, if any, drugs that were prescribed by pediatricians. And then that all changed in the last 15 years with the advent of these false diagnoses of ADD, ADHD, etc. Suddenly it opened up a plethora of areas that the drug peddlers could suddenly prescribe medications that the drug companies were creating for conditions that are not even recognized in many Western countries. And as a result, pediatrics are now a very, very deeply financially rewarding specialty within medicine because they overprescribe medicines for infants in some cases who simply exhibit the signs of being an infant. And now we're living in a society where we're seeing the ramifications of the overuse of these psychoactive medications. And there's no two ways about it. What I just said to you is 100% true. The overuse of these psychoactive medications, it's a national disgrace. It's a national epidemic. And what am I going to do about it? Nothing. I'm just a talk show host. It's one man's opinion. It's based upon very, very good observation and good research. And the day you're ever going to see a congressman stand up to the drug industry, which supports so many of them, is the day that hell will freeze over. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. It's the savage nation. There's a lot of tragedy in the air, and I hate to have to talk about it, but this killer story is a killer story. He's no victim, by the way. He was a narcissistic loser of the worst order. He thinks he's a god, and that is classic narcissistic personality disorder. Just pick up the DSM and look at it. It's not baloney. Narcissistic personality disorder is what's exhibited by most politicians. Now, it used to be called megalomania. Many conquerors and rulers suffered from it. Many spoiled brats became conquerors because they were born into royal families. See, if this lunatic had been born into a royal family, he would have been a killer. He would have gone into villages and killed all of them. And if you look into the history of narcissistic personality disorder, or you look into megalomania, you will see that that's what this lunatic exhibited. He's not that unusual in that regard. It's just he acted it out. Well, I think I've covered the waterfront on this, but I think many of you still have much to say about it. And again, the articles keep coming out, filling in the follow the dots picture of this kid. And obviously, I still think that the responsibility lies with the therapists and the parents, not with the police. By no means were the police at all responsible, and I'll repeat why. Had they gone into his bedroom the day they went to check up on him, I can guarantee you if they had found his guns and arrested him, the father would have sued the police department for illegal search and seizure and would have won millions of dollars against the police department in that community for violating their poor little precious son's privacy rights. And I'm sorry to tell you that the NRA probably would have joined the lawsuit. I know you don't want to hear it, but unfortunately there's a lot of blame to go around. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's an awful lot of blame to go around, and I don't understand how mentally ill people can buy guns. I just don't understand it. If he's in therapy, if he's exhibited signs of being a nut since he's 8 years old, why should he be able to buy not one but 3 handguns? Tell me why. I know this is a topic you don't want to hear, and I'm a conservative, and I'm supposed to not start with the slippery slope. Well, you know what? There's common sense as well as a political viewpoint. I try to combine the two. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not a zealot, nor am I a party line hack in any regard. I think mentally unbalanced people should absolutely be banned from buying handguns for any reason. Now, I want to hear the rub, though. Who's the judge who's mentally imbalanced? By my definition, all liberals will be banned from owning handguns. This is the Savage Nation. I'll be right back.